Hello, my name is Emily Chamberlain. I am 36. I have had catamenial epilepsy since I was 13. That is a very rare type of epilepsy that is hormonally triggered, so it happens around my cycle. And I actually have two different types of seizures. I have generalized tonic-clonic seizures, and that used to be called a grand mal seizure. So that's when I am fully unconscious and my body is going into convulsions, etc. There are also partial seizures, and the partial seizures are when only parts of my brain are not firing correctly. The chemicals, the hormones are causing my brain not to cross fire, and actually also because of that, when it started at age 13, my right frontal cortex, that's the right front part of my brain, is underdeveloped. And so that is where all of the senses, your eyesight, hearing, touch, smell, taste, are all processed in the right frontal cortex. But because it's underdeveloped, my sensory issues are not being processed fully or correctly. That's why I also deal with light sensitivity, sound sensitivity, touch sensitivity, just a lot of sensory issues. And also, emotional side of the brain is on the left side, and it is supposed to process from what you're sensing, what you're hearing, what you're seeing is going to trigger your emotions. Well, because my senses are not getting processed, they are not giving the emotional side the triggers. That's the issues that I deal with. But how to deal with that, because it is very rare, most people don't know how to deal with that. So this is a training video to try to teach you how to respond to me, to not overstimulate me, or how to best help me when I am dealing with a partial seizure. This is Alyssa. She has been my caregiver for nearly a year. So Alyssa has learned very well how to help me. And so she is going to do a lot of help in this video.
Overstimulated, overwhelming, and oversensitized, these three words that we use can be interchangeable, but a lot of times we use them specifically for these descriptions.
Overstimulation, if I am overstimulated, that is referring to things, objects, or people that are becoming triggering.
And then the next one we have is overwhelming. So that's mental and or emotional state starts becoming overcharged, amping up.
And then oversensitized, one or more of the senses, sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell, is not processed properly, causing at risk for a partial seizure. Empathy is kindness, warmth, listening, talking, time to focus on helping other people and their needs.
Under that we have sympathy, which is more pitying, talking like you would to a child, asking about medical or health problems when overwhelmed or overstimulated, having a sorrowful attitude, belittling, or to disregard. And we put sympathy in here because this is never really the tone or mindset to have when you're engaging with Emily. It doesn't help.
So those are some of the definitions along with partial and generalized tonic-clonic or GTC seizure.
How to approach Emily when she is facing away from you, if she's getting overstimulated or overwhelmed, or just in general, honestly. If possible, approach her from the side. Don't be loud, stomping, for example, shouting, anything like that. Don't sneak up on her. Make soft and mild noises to try to make her aware that you're in her vicinity. But keep in mind, she may not have fully processed your presence there, depending on her mental status in the moment.
That's just going to skyrocket sensory.
Mm-hmm.
Something is close to me and that's not good.
But typically if I'm trying to get Emily's attention, I'm going to speak. I'm going to say, hey Emily, I'm going to say, are you okay? We need to go outside. But if she's not processing auditory very well, if I have to do some kind of body sign to say, hey, I'm trying to get your attention, I'm gonna wave, but I'm gonna wave down here, like this. But I'm not gonna do it fast. I'm gonna do like a little tiny, so she knows, oh, I need to focus a little bit and try to understand what she's saying.
Right. I need to. Okay. Something's happening.
Yep.
That I need to understand. I am just hanging out, doing my thing, and I am not in a partial yet. And so this is how someone is to come approach me.
Hey, Emily.
Yeah. What's up?
Hi. My name's Alyssa. Good to meet you.
Oh, it's good to see you too. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you feeling?
I feel fine. Nothing. I guess just the usual.
Are you enjoying the conversation and the party?
Yeah. So that's just a basic, regular me.
I didn't go directly behind her, and I tried to make a little bit of noise, and then by the time I was about, we didn't have enough room, but by the time you're about 10 to 5 feet away, you want to let her know you're approaching, say, hey, Emily, or something like that, so that she doesn't jump or start to get overwhelmed. So typically, if she's starting to get overwhelmed, her balance is starting to get a little off, or she's starting to blink a lot or not really process, then what you want to do is, I typically just ask and be like, do you want to go outside? Typically at that point, going outside is the best option. And then don't touch her unless if it's to brace.
If I'm just standing here and I'm doing my thing and I'm maybe at whatever level of partial or not in it, and I'm here, this is something you are not to do. Like, never do it. Please.
Do not shout, raise your voice, or talk fast. Do not touch Emily without permission from Emily. Do not move quickly or sporadically. Do not tell Emily or force her to breathe deeply or be touched/shout. So how to brace? I mean, again, I just go up and ask, do you want to brace or something like that?
Do you want to hold my hand?
You want to hold my hand, however you want to put that. So what I'm going to do to brace is I'm going to stand up straight and put all of my weight up, because I'm holding her body weight up, depending on how bad it is. We're gonna lock forearms like this, and a lot of times she'll grab your hand, because that will help kind of de-stimulate her almost.
Yeah.
And then we can start walking. But you want to make sure that you're keeping her braced as much as possible, and that you're keeping pace with her. Don't get ahead of her and don't get behind her, because then she can fall and injure herself.
So here we go. So I'm here and I'm starting to get fidgety. I'm starting to get weak in the knees.
Hey, Emily.
Yeah. What?
Hi. Hey, you're okay.
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you need to go outside for a second?
Yeah. I
Yeah?
think that would be
Okay.
good.
Do you want to take my arm?
Good. Okay.
Does that help?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay.
We're outside. Sit down.
So we're at Walmart and the lights, and I'm starting to fall. Oh.
Hey, get up. Come on. Get up. You got it?
Okay.
There we go. There.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
Here's a chair right here. You drink some water.
What happened?
You had a partial emotion sore. Are you okay? Can you take some deep breaths with me?
Yeah.
Yeah? Can you do that? There we go. You're doing okay.
Can I have more water, please? I need to look in my app again.
Yeah. Are you okay for me to go back to the store? Or?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll stay here and stay focused on this.
Here's your water for you.
Okay, and yeah, I'm gonna try to breathe deeply. Okay. That is a very overstimulated partial, and that is what happens and how it can, at its worst, happen. I can fall and not be able to get up because my balance is so off. And so, yeah, I need a lot of help from somebody else. If my phone and my water are not handy, then the person who's helping me right now is Alyssa. If you could ask somebody else if
Yeah,
there's
third party person if possible. If she's try to have it close to you, typically it's going to be in her purse or on her. If it's not, ask a third party person. Do not leave her, even if she's sitting down.
because I can fall back over and fall over this way and
So in that instance, it's even sitting down, even if you don't have the phone or water to help her, sitting down, being outside can help her enough to start to come down from it a little bit. And at that point, if there was no third party person and I had to leave, absolutely, then I would let her come down a little bit and then I would ask, like, Emily, is it okay if I go and grab your water right now? If I have to leave to grab her water or her phone, I am saying, I'm going to go grab your water right now. I'm going to be back really quick.
because I know that I need water.
Okay.
And so I know, okay, I need to focus on breathing. If I don't have my phone and water with me, I know to focus on that, and I will work on that and to try to distract me and bring the oversensory stuff down so that, because the person who is helping me, I will trust them to come back. Then it's just a matter of time before my body gets calm enough to be able to stand up and be functional and not be in a partial anymore.
Quietly help her up if she has fallen. Get her to a place where she can sit outside. Offer her water and her phone. Avoid hand gestures or speaking loudly. Ask her before touching to give bracing support. And instead of leaving to get what she needs, ask someone nearby to bring it to you. Do not leave her alone until she says she is okay.
If I am recognizing that I'm in a partial, that I'm being overstimulated, and I'm needing to sit down, get my water, watch my app, I'm watching my app and things, and the environment is too noisy and I'm not finding a safe place to go, I am going to intentionally start to try to breathe deeply and calmly, and I'm trying to calm myself down. So if someone is saying, well, don't worry, Emily, it's gonna be okay, just breathe deeply, you can do it, it's okay, to me, that comes across as that sympathy of you're talking to me like a child, or like
Yeah.
it's that pitying, or you're just and to me it is very, very belittling, and it makes me more frustrated, and that frustration, because my emotions don't cross with my senses, that overstimulation actually spikes my emotions higher. So then I get emotionally um, angry, enraged, frustrated. But I could say something that is hurtful to a person, even though that's not what I'm meaning. I'm just wanting to be understood and helped.
So if I'm going up to Emily and I'm trying to get her to breathe, I'm not going to tell her to breathe. I'm not going to be like, you need to breathe, you need to breathe, why are you not breathing? That's just going to make her spiral, and it can trigger the emotional really quickly to a place it doesn't need to be. Instead, what I'll do is I'll say, can I have a hug? Or how do you feel about working on our breathing right now? I'll give her the choice. I'm not telling her what to do.
Right, and we're doing it together.
Mm-hmm.
We are, if it's hugging and breathing, because like if we were to hug, if someone is hugging me, so when I give Alyssa a hug, I can feel her breathing. And so then I can start, we can do this, and I might be so emotionally that I'm just like, I'm frustrated, and this feeling her breathing is very calming to me, and it is helping me, but I'm not alone. It is the biggest sense that I feel from that. And so in not being alone with the touch, with the breathing, is okay, I can do this, and it's helping my body to, okay, emotions, time for you to start calming down. Senses, time for you to start calming down. And as everything is calming, then it's like, okay, it feels more manageable.